season is almost here. Yeah! Yo, what's up, world? Welcome back to the channel. APW Sports signing in, and welcome back to another episode of Chicago Bears Weekly. This is season 7, episode 3, and you guys have already seen the title. After the 53-man roster was made, some waivers and some cuts were done, we are all set to head towards week 1, September 10th, against those damn Green Bay Packers. With us heading into the regular season, it's time for me to finally give my full win-loss prediction of the Chicago Bears for the 2023 NFL season. Do I think they will make the playoffs? Do I think they will miss out? Make sure you stay tuned to figure that out and find that out. What do I think? And also leave you guys' thoughts about the Bears schedule in the comments down below. But before I do any of that, make sure you guys leave this video a like. It continues to help this channel to grow. And if you are not sub, go ahead and click the subscribe button and notification bell so you will not miss any videos that I post. But it is time to predict the Bears win-loss record. Without further ado, let's dive into it. Starting off with week 1 of the NFL season, the Bears are at home to open up against those damn Green Bay Packers. And this game, I am going to predict the Bears win. I just think some of the things that the Bears have done offensively with adding DJ Moore, with Justin Fields' ability against the Packers that don't have Aaron Rodgers no more, thank God for that. Jordan Love is their new starting quarterback. And I think a lot of this team is still, I want to say, young. You have Christian Watson at wide receiver. You have a little bit of young pieces on defense, even though Jai Alexander is one of the best corners in football. I'm not going to get it too in depth of this game because I will do a preview about it heading into the week. So I would just leave my thoughts there. The Bears will win week 1 against the Green Bay Packers. Now we go up to week 2 where the Bears on the road against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I also predict that will be a win. I just believe that Baker Mayfield, I don't know what they're going to get out of him in Tampa Bay, even though they have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin at that wide receiver position. And they still have a lot of pieces from that defense, that Devin White, Levante David. But I just feel the Bears defensively can do enough to slow down an offense. And I think the Bears will end up picking up a win in that ball game. Now we go to week 3 at Kansas City to defend the Super Bowl champion Chiefs. And this is where I think the Bears will suffer their first loss of the 2023 season. I just don't see how this Bears defense stops an offense like Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes. I just don't see it. This team is still young. I just believe that offense of the Chiefs, even though their defense may or may not have Chris Jones, we'll have to see. But at the end of the day, I just still think the Chiefs are just a much better football team than the Bears at this point. Even though anything can happen, I still think that's going to be a loss. Now, week 4, going up against the Denver Broncos, coming back home, I think this is where the Bears will suffer their first home loss of the 2023 season. I think at this point, the Denver Broncos offense will start to be clicking under Sean Payton with Russell Wilson in the fold. They have the best corner, I believe, in the game, and Patrick Surtain II. So at this point, I think the Bears will end up losing that game and starting off the season 2-2. Now we got week 5 against the Commanders. We saw the matchup last year where we were just a couple of red zone plays away from actually winning that ball game. And I think with the corrected things on this Bears roster, they do just that, and they beat the Commanders this time around, which makes them 3-2 at this point of the season. I just don't trust what their quarterback position has yet, especially going into the year. I know Sam Howell had a decent showing in preseason, but it's preseason, so we'll have to see how that team looks. I love Terry McLaurin from The Ohio State University, Chase Young, The Ohio State University, Curtis Samuel, The Ohio State University. I love my Ohio State boys, but I just think the Bears will do better in the red zone in this ball game going around, and they win. Next is the Minnesota Vikings at home, and I think that will be another loss. Now, Kirk Cousins and Justin Jefferson has had chemistry. I think they've gotten better on the defensive side of the football, so I think this will possibly be an L. Over the last couple of years, we've struggled to beat the Vikings. So I think that will continue and we will lose that ball game. Next is week 7 against the Las Vegas Raiders. I also think that will be a loss. Devontae Adams, Jimmy G, Hunter Renfrow in that offense. Even though the Raiders defense, I don't think is that great. They do have pass rushing specialists in Mike Crosby and as well as Chandler Jones. I think the Bears will keep that game close, but I think that is possibly going to be a loss. Next is week 8 against the Chargers. Khalil Mack, Justin Herbert, Joey Bosa from The Ohio State University. I think that is going to be another loss, assuming that the Chargers stay healthy. I think that is going to be another loss in a 2023 Bears year. I just don't believe that the Bears will end up beating the Chargers in this contest, even though I like some of the things that the Bears can do against the Chargers. Have enough to beat them at this point, especially going into week 8. Week 9 is against the New Orleans Saints. Derek Carr coming over from the Las Vegas Raiders. And I think with that offense, with both Ohio State wide receivers, Michael Thomas and Chris Olave, I think the Bears, I don't think will do enough to slow that down. And Alvin Kamara will be back from suspension. Jamal Williams, who they acquired from the Lions. And that defense led by Marshawn Lattimore, another Buckeye. Cam Jordan, Demario Davis. I just don't believe the Bears will have enough to beat this Saints roster, and that is a 4-game losing streak. Yes, I hate to do it, but I am predicting a 4-game losing streak for the Bears in 2023. Am I crazy? Leave your thoughts in the comment. Going up, and we have week 10 against the Carolina Panthers, the team that we traded the #1 overall pick to, and we acquired DJ Moore. Now, I do like some of the things that this Panthers team has done, as acquiring Miles Sanders, Adam Thielen, drafting Bryce Young, and I like some of the pieces on the defense, Brian Burns and J.C. Horn, but I just don't think at this stage right now, with some of the moves the Bears made, that the Panthers are a better team than the Bears. So I don't believe that, and I believe the Bears will come out with a win in this ball game against the Carolina Panthers. Next, we go into week 11, and we're going to face the Detroit Lions on the road. And Detroit swept us last year. In this ball game, they are also going to beat us this year. I predict another loss. The Lions team, I kind of might spoil something, but I think they will probably end up as the team winning the division. I like the things that Jared Goff has done in the last half of 2022. I like the way that they moved some pieces around. They traded DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams ended up walking, but they ended up getting Jahmyr Gibbs and our former running back, David Montgomery. Jamison Williams will be back by then. Defensively, Aiden Hutchinson and things he could do. They also have Cam Sutton and CJ Gardner-Johnson. And I just think at this point, they are a better football team than the Bears, and I predict the Bears will lose to them. Next, we're going up against the Vikings yet again. And I also think that is going to be another loss for the Bears. And I think the Vikings probably will end up sweeping us in 2023. Does that sound crazy? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Today's video is brought to you by ExpressVPN. For me, it is very important to have a VPN to protect my online privacy. It'd be very, very creepy if there was someone out there who kept a log of every single thing that you did online. So why let your internet provider really do that to you online? The best thing to do is to get yourself a VPN, and why not go with ExpressVPN, the best VPN available. Personally, I like it for the fact that you can unlock Netflix shows that you do not get in the US market. Now, one show that I've started to get myself into is Brooklyn Nine-Nine. You search Brooklyn Nine-Nine in the US, doesn't come up, but you can switch your location to Canada, and you can research Brooklyn Nine-Nine again, and bam, it pops up right then and there, and you can catch up on your episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Now, if you click the link in the description below, you will get 3 free months of ExpressVPN. Just by clicking the link below and you sign up today, you will get 3 months free of ExpressVPN. All you have to do is click the link down below, and you will get ExpressVPN. Now, let's just get back to the video. Week 13, bye week. The Bears lost the bye week last year, so you can't. They lost the bye week last year. So I just said they lost the bye week last year. They lost everything last year. But all jokes aside, bye week 13. We come back from the bye, and we face the Detroit Lions at home. And we were so close to winning that ball game at home last year. And I think the Bears ended up splitting with the Lions this year, and they end up picking up the W for this 2023 Bears season. Now we got week 15 at the Cleveland Browns. I think that game, we got Deshaun Watson. You have a guy like Nick Chubb running the football, Amari Cooper, defensively Myles Garrett and Denzel Ward. The last time we played the Browns, 9 sacks. Even though that was a Matt Nagy era, I still think we're going to get the same result as far as win-loss, and that is going to be a loss to the Cleveland Browns. Even though I don't think the Bears are that much worse than the Browns, I just think some of the experience that those guys have on that team, and I just think some of the pieces that they have will be just enough to beat the Bears, especially Deshaun Watson and his ability to throw the football. He's going to have a full year. I just think at this point in week 15, the Browns are going to beat us. Next, we're going to week 16 against the Arizona Cardinals. I will just spoil it now. Arizona Cardinals, I think, is probably going to be the worst team in football. So I think this is a win. This is a win. This is going to be a win for the Bears. I just think the Cardinals are just that bad this year. And I just don't see a Bears team, as much as they improve, losing to a Cardinals team in 2023. I don't see that happen. Next, we have the Atlanta Falcons on the road. Shout out to my brother. That is his favorite team. We lost them last year, and this might be a game that they lose. The only reason I say that is because the Bears, I think, are better than the Falcons. If we want to be honest, I think the Bears are better than the Falcons. But we all know throughout being Bears fans in the course of our history, we have a tendency to lose games that we shouldn't be losing. And I don't think this is a game that the Bears should lose. I can see them actually winning this game, but I think this is a game that the Bears actually will lose just due to tendencies of the Chicago Bears history. I don't think the Falcons are better at us. I will take Justin Fields over Desmond Ridder any day of the week. I would take some of the weapons we have over the Falcons' weapons any day of the week. Defensively, I would take ours over theirs. I just think this is a game that they have a slip up and they probably lose. Now we're going into the last week of the season, and this is another Bears win against those damn Green Bay Packers. Yes, I'm predicting a sweep. I am predicting a sweep of the Bears versus the Packers. It's crazy how we faced them week 1 and then the last week of the year, but either way it goes, we're on a roll. I don't care. We beat Green Bay. It's hard for me to pick against the Bears against Green Bay. Anyway, but Aaron Rodgers ain't there no more. And they end the season on a good note with a win. And yes, my final predictions for the Bears is that they go 7-10 in 2023. It's crazy because I predicted the same record last year, and look what happened. Of course, last year we had the injuries and the bad talent and all that things happened, but I think this year is going to be a little bit different. 7 wins, I can see 7-10. I can easily see an 8-win football team. 9, I think that's the highest I could see the Bears winning in 2023. 9 wins is the highest I could see, and the reason I personally picked 7-10 is because I don't want to get my expectations too high in order to be let down. And as Chicago Bears fans, there has been a tendency lately as we're going to have the great team, we're going to do all that, our hopes are high, and we get shut down. I don't need my blood pressure to be any higher. So I don't want to give this team too high of expectations. Actually, we don't really have too many big expectations from the Bears team, and that is a good thing heading into 2023 because we know we have better pieces than we had last year. I know this is going to be a much improved team, but it's just at the end of the day, I'm not going to get my blood pressure high. I'm not going to give this team too high of expectations, even though we can exceed some of the expectations that we be given in the mainstream media, probably 5-6 wins team. I've seen 7 wins, even 12 from Adam Rank. Even though I don't think the Bears are going to get 12, I would be pleasantly surprised if they do. But I'm going to stick to 7-10, and the Bears are going to miss out on the playoffs this year, in my opinion. They make the playoffs at some point. If they do end up having a playoff run this year, great. I will love it. Of course I will love it. I just do not put my expectations too high. I don't want to do that and then just be let down. So I'm going to keep them even keel. I'm going to be 100% honest. 7 wins, I think, should be the minimum of this Bears team heading into 2023, and that is where I'm going to leave it. Leave you guys' win-loss prediction in the comments down below. But other than that, this concludes another episode. APW Sports signing out. Make sure you guys stay safe. Have a great and excellent day, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.